Hello and welcome to Moonface Designs. In our last video we did some thread painting. As you can see, I did decide to do thread painting on the background. It's just, if I bring it nice and close, it's just basic quilting. I did fill in those pieces that I'd missed, and I also filled in a few of the gaps that I didn't like in my thread painting. So what I've done now is I've just straightened up the edges, and I'll explain now how I've done that. So what I did, you can see it all marked out, is I folded my fabric and found the middle and folded it that way and found the middle, and I made lines on each piece. Let's see where that line's gone. I think I've cut that piece off. Okay, so we'll do that now. Make sure you find the middle bit and mark it with a pencil. Then what I did was I measured my canvas, so I set that in the middle, but I measured here. This one happens to be only 1 centimetre thick. You can get thicker ones. I personally think the ones that have got slightly more boxy are nicer. This is the only one I've had at home at the moment, so I could show you on this. So you measure the side bit there, which happens to be 1 centimetre, and then you measure to the edge there, the edge of the wood, which is 2 centimetres. So obviously altogether that's 3 centimetres. But what I did was, once I'd found the middle of each of those, I found the middle of my canvas. So I measured my canvas and then found the middle, and I've put little pencil mark on each bit. Then what you do is you line it up in the middle of your, so that measures with that, and that lines up with that. It doesn't have to be absolutely exact, but it helps if it is pretty close. And then I drew around my canvas, hence there. Then I measured 4 centimetres. That was 3, wasn't it, if you remember? So I measured 4 centimetres just to give myself a little bit of play from the edges, and then put my big long straight ruler across it and cut it nice and straight. So that's what we do, we end up with that. So I did all that and got it out of the way. I've explained to you how we do it, but it would have just taken quite a while to do. So then what I did was I drew completely my 4 centimetres from there to there, all the way across. So in each corner now, you should have a little square. Now, obviously the square is going to be 4 centimetres square, and depending on the width of your canvas there, your width and what have you, or your square will be slightly smaller, bigger, or whatever. So this happens to be a 4 centimetre square. So then I measured 2 centimetres down and 2 centimetres down, and I've drawn a triangle across there. Okay, so that's that piece. Then what we do is we get our scissors, if I can find them. Aha, there they are. And then we just cut across there, across your line, and across there. So what you've got then is you've still got that little triangle bit that's still there, and you've got the other bits cut out. All that's going to do is going to reduce your bulk. So I didn't measure this one, so I'm just going to measure this one. 2 centimetres, 2 centimetres. You can see that, yeah. And then draw across there. There we go. So I should just cut all of those out for a second. Hopefully you can see that. This just reduces all the bulk as you put it on the corner of your canvas. It just gives it a nice neat finish. Okay, so we discard those pieces. So take canvas, open it up. Right. So what I do then is I line up my lines again. This is a brilliant little gadget. It is an electric stapler. I got it on Amazon. I love Amazon. It wasn't very expensive. I was trying to use the one that is just pushed by hand, but it used to really hurt my hand and I could never get it to go in the wood properly. And I'd end up with wonky staples and stuff like that, which I didn't think looked very good. I know it's the back of the canvas, but this just does it really well. And as I say, it wasn't expensive. You might have the hand one, you might be able to deal with it a bit more than me, but unfortunately my hands aren't very strong. Okay, so what you do is you just make sure that that sits nicely. See, that just fits just nice, doesn't it? See, now I allowed an extra centimetre to add for play, and we actually haven't got any play. It just fits there really nicely. So the first thing you do then is just make sure, so I'm going to look at the front of it to make sure it's all sitting on there nicely. It should, if you've measured it properly. It would help if I switched it on, I suppose. Oh, it's been a long day. Okay. Yay! There we go, it works. So put your one in the middle first, pull it as tight as you can, and then put this one in the middle here. Okay, so that's nice and taut that way. So next thing to do is to line it up. Pull it taut. That's it. Do the same with the other side as well. So you've got it in 4 middle pieces. Okay, so we've done the 4 each in the middle, and that means it's nice and taut now. So all it's a case of doing now is just doing the opposite. So we'll do this one, and then we'll do this one. Get it nice and taut. It's a bit hard on your fingers. And then, yeah, do this one, I think. And this one. So that's that side, and then continue the same on the other one. That should be nice and taut now. But what I will do in a minute is I will go and fill in the gaps. I like to go a bit staple crazy, but it just gives it a nice finish. Okay, so now the tricky part is the corners. And this is the bit that I've always had trouble with. So this is a new way I've decided of trying how to do it. Not so sure it's going to be successful, but we'll see how we go. So if you remember, we had that little triangle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push that triangle down. So hold it out flat, if you see what I mean. Hold that bit down like that. And then this bit should, put it nice and tight. That's it, push that bit down in. It should then cover that piece there like that. So can you see what I've done there? I'll do it again so you can see. There's no bulk in the corner. Just put one thing on it and you can see that's not too bad at all. what I was finding was it was quite bulky, so when I was hanging it on the wall, it was sitting away from the wall and the thing. Okay, so let's have a look again. So you've got your triangle piece, and that triangle piece, when you drew it, that triangle piece should be on the corner of yours. If you see that there, it should be on the corner there. Okay, so we put one side in and down, just pull it down flat, and then the other piece you tuck down like that. Okay, do it that way, and then this piece should nicely sit over the top like that, and then down. Actually, that one isn't quite as nice. Perhaps when I do it again next time, I need to leave a little bit more with my triangle. Oh, that's okay. Just pull it really tight, stretchy, stretchy. Okay. So that's 2. Stretch it, push it down. You can see a little gap there, but that's right at the back. I think I'm going to have to learn to play with that just a little bit more. See, that one looks like that might be perfectly fine. Pull that down. Perhaps I should have left a triangle a little bit further on that one. There we go. So now it's just a case of filling in the staples. So I'll just continue to stretch it a little bit more in between, and you can put as many staples in it as you want, really. I think what I'd done had been enough, but it just holds down all the little fluffy bits, look. I would probably go round again and fill in those gaps again, but I won't bore you with that. So there you go, one nice tight stretched canvas, and the edges are all quite nice. The only thing I would suggest is when you're doing it, if you look at mine, what I haven't done is I haven't done them all in the same direction. But if you do them all in the same direction, they will look a little bit better, but you'll find that I hang flat to the wall as well now. Okay, so there we go. That's the thread painted collage put on a canvas. What would be nice would be to sign the back of the canvas maybe, and you could put some ribbon or something around the edge to just tidy it up if you prefer. Another way to do it would be to allow yourself a little bit more fabric and maybe just fold it underneath before you put your staple in. But there you go, I think that looks neat enough. Okay, so that's that then. Well, thank you for spending time with me. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. In the meantime, take care of yourself. Goodbye.